Hey guys, welcome to the A3R Gaming channel. We are in the Friesland. We feel like French fries right now. But in this game, we basically get 6 kills. And you could call it, stealing, kill stealing. You could call it, just being in the right position. It's a pretty fun destroyer to use. Completely different, no torpedoes on this. So you're just relying on your guns, and it is indeed full-fledged gunboat. We got the reload down to 1.4, which is, it can go further with certain commanders, but we're pretty okay with it. So straight off the bat, we're gonna go straight to C, and we're gonna try and spot. We got locator on, so we know roughly where the enemies are. But other than that, we're just making sure that we have support, because this is one thing: you are not gonna destroy a battleship anytime soon. It's gonna take a long time. So it's about positioning in a sense. Weird enough, there are 5 battleships per team in this game. Only 1 destroyer each, which pretty much is quite enjoyable in a sense. In the games before this, we had 4 destroyers, and we pretty much, as long as you one-on-one, you're gonna win your battle with the destroyers. Apart from that, do use AP rounds when you're shooting broadside cruisers, because they can actually citadel enemies. You'll be noticing that the damage a good hit with an AP round does about 1004, so that's 1000-ish damage every 1.4 seconds times 4, because you got 2 guns on 2 turrets. Or guns basically. We didn't get that kill, but we did do 2600 damage. Nothing great. We just lost where he was when he put his own smoke. Luckily the team was there to help us. Now my locator is saying that there is an enemy down there. What I don't know right now is that that's the Kagero, the actual destroyer. I'm presuming it's the destroyer because I can't spot it. So I'm marking it for the team just to make sure they are aware that a destroyer is trying to get around us. I'm gonna stay in cap and basically try and cap this before I go after the destroyer. Now, one thing I forgot, it's a Baltimore. The Baltimore has radar. Within 8 kilometers, that's gonna basically ping me to the team. Everyone's gonna try and shoot this destroyer, as you do. We're using AP, just trying to range it correctly. Might have missed quite a few of them there, but you notice that we're doing about 700 to 1400 damage with AP, which is very decent in a sense. That's 2100, the highest I saw there. Get around the island protection, then the Richelieu looking directly at us, and then I got 5 from the right. It's the Kagero. The Kagero wanted a bit of piece of me. So, as a Friesland, your main objective is to spot like any other destroyer, and also to destroy destroyers. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go right after the Kagero. We only have 12,000-ish health from a little expert aid there, but rest assured, we're gonna try and get the Kagero. And it's always nice to see when the team's actually using the communication wheel correctly. I got a lot of information from what they were actually saying. So I'm just marking the team, letting them know that the Kagero has gone behind here. I need support because, if you can get the support, it's going to become very handy. One thing you got to know as well with the Friesland is that the concealment is not the best. So in other words, if you go in a one-on-one against a destroyer, the enemy destroyer 9 out of 10 times is going to spot you before you do, as you see right here. Now, the counterplay to this is basically just to go straight into it, because it doesn't take long before you can be able to spot it. It's only, I think, 200-300 meters. Oh, probably 400 meters, the Kagero. But here's where it's going to shine. This shows you a good battle, destroyer versus destroyer. That reload is just crazy good, and we're basically knocking himself down. He slows down, and I end up shooting way in front of him. So we could have killed him a bit faster there, but all good. That's the first kill we get. We're up to 31,000 damage. One thing you must note as well is that the Friesland has 8% chance of setting fire. So it's actually pretty good at a fire starter in a sense. Shooting at 1.4 seconds, and as we talking about that, we see our cruiser just go straight into the island. You gotta see where you're going, bud. A bit embarrassing. The island's quite massive. Anyway, as I was saying, so you are more often than not gonna be setting fires, and highly recommend this just to annoy the hell out of battleships. This is one thing I can see in the next 4 or 5 weeks, once most of you get the fries, and it's gonna be extremely annoying, because the amount of HE rounds shooting at to any battleship, oh, man, they might just give up on life. But it's gonna be fun if you are in the Friesland rather than the battleship. Just note that if you are in a battleship and you notice that there's 1 or 2 or more Friesland in the enemy team, make sure you stick around a cruiser or a destroyer, because you really want to make sure they get spotted. A spotted Friesland is a dead Friesland in a sense. So here we are moving up. We got the Baltimore, which basically has virtually no health left, so he's 1 hit. We got a couple of battleships as well with low health. The King George is a quarter down, and there's a Kansas, if I believe correctly, on the far left here, and the Richelieu. So the Richelieu has all his health. There's the Kansas, got half his health down there. And the great thing about our team here is that since we are doing all the spotting for the battleships down there, which are basically all wrong range hitters in a sense, it would have been nice if they were pushing up with me, but they were doing their part. They were basically hitting everything and could spot for them. Now, that Baltimore is what I'm actually worried about, because I'm guessing his cooldown for the radar will be, or should have been done already. So we're going to try and take him out. He doesn't have much health, but neither do we, because we are basically 1 good hit away from dying. 6,000 to a cruiser is not much. Straight away see the King George is still on fire, and he is basically trying to get the hell out of there. We're gonna try and get him as well, but first is that Baltimore. Now one thing you would have noticed as well, the smoke lasts really long. It actually lasts for 2.6 seconds. I don't know if that's the highest, but it does feel like that's the longest lasting smoke in the game. We get a lot of bounce off shots, but no problem. We just needed 1 to hit. Now that was virtually, I guess, a steal kill. And here's another one. No one else can shoot the King George right now. I'm just testing to see if I can get over the island. Are we gonna harass him? And this is what I mean about you just don't want to get focused on by a... This is really annoying. Every 1.4 seconds, you're getting 4 shots on you with a 8% chance of setting fire. That can get really annoying. Very good to actually help carriers, because you guys are just gonna destroy the anti-air gun. We're gonna set it on fire, and it's gonna die through the fire, basically. So that is kill number 3. Merely 2 of those kills were, I guess, taking advantage of the ships. We did do most of that damage to the Baltimore. And this is where we see the Kansas. So my objective here is to annoy them, because as long as I'm spotting them, they can't see me because I'm in the smoke. Again guys, use the smoke. It's going to be so awesome just staying in the smoke for 2 minutes, harassing the hell out of a battleship. So I can literally see guys just going around the map, getting within 10 kilometers of a battleship, putting smoke and just staying in there, and just forward, backwards, basically however you do to avoid random shots. The objective here is to set fires. I set fire on the Kansas, and I realized right about now he just put it out. We're gonna try and set fire again, as the Richelieu gets set fire on basically. Kansas, you know, he can't see us, and just pay attention to how long the smoke's going. So, alright, we're gonna try and set fire on Bismarck. Basically just harassing everyone. I'm gonna move a little bit forward because I know this section of the smoke is gonna disappear, and that's how we're gonna play it. We're just gonna try and keep hidden as long as possible. We already... Ooh. We're gonna let this stop. 120 hits plus another 245 hits. That's not including all the non-penetration shots, so still a lot of hits here. Now, the Bismarck is going to be very cheeky. He's going to actually try and get me here. So we're using the island for cover. You just need a little bit of elevation because the guns actually can have really nice elevation. The Bismarck's looking for us. We notice it. We're going to try and make sure we don't get spotted, but while we're doing that, we really want to still harass him. And the Kansas is moving away, so we're trying to reset that fire because he's already still on fire from earlier. You see the damage just going up and up and up. Get the other fire and he's gone.
Enemy battleship destroyed. Our victory is in sight.
Now we got the Bismarck. If the Bismarck was smart, he would have just gone straight at me here. That is leaving a little bit of distance. That distance we utilize it because we can just get a little angle on this island, and he's still burning from earlier. So he finally puts the fire out. Let's try and set fire on him again. If not, try and kill him. But he finally goes down, and that's our Kraken medal. Admittedly, I believe that is my first Kraken medal since I started playing World of Warships not too long ago. Fortunately, I didn't get it last week when I actually really needed it for the mission, but all good. I am loving this destroyer. It's basically my top 3 ships. I'm still a battleship main. I still like my battleships, but this is really fun to use. Alright, so if you look at the map, you can see that our detectability circle is just on the edge of the Richelieu. And I'm basically trying to see which one has their guns most aimed away. I realize it's the Leon, so that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to try and set fire on him because I know he just shot and it's going to take a little bit of time for him to get his guns around. I am completely missing the first few shots. So I'm adjusting in the air. It's kind of like having good tracer rounds in it. We finally set a fire straight away once we actually hit him. He's burning down and he's going to die to the fire. Now we got the Richelieu. I panicked because I saw his guns and I'm like, oh god, but I should have just opened fire straight away. We were going to win the game anyway, and I'm trying to kite my way out of his detectability range. Then I realized that we actually almost going to win this on points, so I decided to finish him off. But as he's on fire and we almost get a second fire somewhere here, sure, the game ends. So it's a shame. We could have got out there with probably 9 kills because that Fiji, we almost had him as well. But I have to admit, I did not do all the damage by myself. We only had a... Well, let's check the scoreboard actually. I think we only had 70-something thousand damage for this game. Yeah, 78,000 damage with a Kraken. 6 kills. That was pretty good. 325 hits. 3,000 XP points, so we did do very well. We captured, we constantly hit the enemy, and overall was just a great game. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Take care.